Yo, what's going on? Okay, and this is a football roundup over the last week or so, like in terms of fixtures. I'm not going to do all news because there's loads of series out there. But you can put all the news on. I recommend FNG's FTW. Go check it out. So let's go over we'll go over everything as of Wednesday. So that's like the Europa League and a couple of like Scottish Premier League matches, stuff like that. So on Wednesday, Brentford got back to winning ways in the Championship with a 3-0 win over relegation-threatened Sheffield Wednesday. So Brentford back into winning ways. That's good for them. Ivan Toney returned. Didn't score, but he returned. As for the Europa League, Tottenham won 4-0 against Austrian side Wolfsberger. An absolute wonder goal from Dele Alli. How that went in, that was ridiculous. Gareth Bale also scored in that game. There was a brace from Carlos Vinicius, the Mbappe wannabe. We'll have a look at the Champions League actually. That was on Tuesday. Atletico Madrid lost 1-0 at home to Chelsea thanks to an absolute wonder goal once again by Olivier Giroud this time. Lazio were defeated 4-1 by Bayern Munich. Lewandowski gets his trademark goal. Jamal Musiala, who's just chosen to play for the Germany national team, also scored in that game. So there's an own goal from Francesco Acerbi and a goal from Leroy Sané. Joaquin Carrera got one back for Lazio, but it wasn't enough. Borussia Mönchengladbach lost 2-0 to Manchester City thanks to goals from Bernardo Silva and Gabriel Jesus. For some reason, OneFootball didn't allow you to vote for your best player. Atalanta lost 1-0 to Real Madrid thanks to a goal from Ferland Mendy, of all people. Ferland Mendy, that's interesting. Now I'll have a look at the Europa League game. So Ajax are through to the last 16 after another 2-1 win against Lille. Renato Sanchez, though, was voted as the man of the match. Linked with the move to Liverpool. Can't really complain. But it was goals from David Klaassen and David Neres that cancelled out an equaliser from Yusuf Yazici. Interestingly enough, Mulder, the team that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer used to manage, knocked out Hoffenheim. That's really weird. 5-3 in aggregate, 2-0 on the night. Shakhtar Donetsk are through to the next round after a comfortable 3-0 aggregate win over Maccabi Tel Aviv. They only actually scored one goal thanks to a penalty from Junior Moraes in the second leg. Rangers are through to the round of 16. A ridiculous 5-2 win over Antwerp. It's 9-5 on aggregate. What a tie. Napoli are out. Napoli are out of the Europa League. They beat Grenada 2-1. The Spaniards won the first leg 2-0. So Napoli are out. Love to see that. Villarreal are through after a 2-1 win against Salzburg. That pronunciation was absolute class. Arsenal are through as well. 3-2 against Benfica. That's 4-3 in aggregate. Aubameyang got a late goal. If it had stayed 2-2, Benfica were going through. Roma beat Braga 3-1. 5-1 in aggregate. Olympiacos are through. They lost 2-1 to PSV on the night, although they actually won the tie 5-4 on aggregate. So they must have won the first leg 4-2. I think they did. Milan are through, despite only managing to get a draw against Red Star Belgrade. It was... Who scored for them? Who scored for Milan? Kessié. United are through after a 0-0 draw with Sociedad. United did actually go 1-0 up, but they had a goal rightly disallowed for a foul by Victor Lindelof. Still can't believe he thought he could get away with that. Dinamo Zagreb are through. 1-0 winners against Krasnodar, 4-2 in aggregate. Dinamo Kiev are through as well after a 1-0 win against Bruges. BSC Young Boys have got through after a 6-3 aggregate win over Bayer Leverkusen. And finally, Leicester City are out. Yeah, Leicester are out. They got knocked out by Slavia Prague. So, the last thing that I'm going to do is go through the Europa League round of 16 ties. So, the first legs will be like this. Slavia Prague will face Rangers on Thursday the 11th of March. Also on Thursday the 11th of March will be Dinamo Kiev versus Villarreal, Man United v Milan, Ajax v Young Boys, Zagreb v Tottenham, Grenada v Molde, Olympiacos v Arsenal, and Roma versus Shakhtar. Second leg, of course, it will go in this order. Molde versus Grenada, Shakhtar Donetsk versus Roma, Tottenham versus Zagreb, Arsenal versus Olympiacos, Young Boys versus Ajax, Milan versus United, Rangers versus Slavia Prague, and Villarreal against Dinamo Kiev. There you go, that's it.